sure which one we will do first. Probably matchup dependent a little bit. Like probably the winners first. Because I feel like either way, it's either PvP or PvZ. I'd rather save the Terran matchup for the last series, because those typically bring in a little bit more viewership. So maybe that's the plan. Yeah, we probably go winners match first after this. So the winner of this versus Hero, then after that the loser versus Clem. Alright, let's get into this next game, guys. Thank you again for joining us. So good to see so many of you today already, nice and early. Appreciate you guys being here as we get into our third best of 5 of the day. Both best of 5 so far have gone all the way to 5 games. Will this one be a similar story? In the bottom right corner, our blue Protoss player, this is MaxPax. And in the top left, our red Zerg player, being forced to the third hatchery location for his initial expansion to begin with. It is going to be Solar here in this top left-hand corner. Colonel Cullen nibbling up, bit of damage being done. Yeah, what's up, Camux? Thank you so much for the 55-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Awesome. Been a lot of subs today, actually. There's been a lot of primes coming in and everything. Great to see. Thank you again so much for supporting. MaxPax Solar. So yesterday, MaxPax and Solar played a best of 7. MaxPax kind of obliterated Solar. Oh god, my microphone's dying. That's not good. I need to get a new microphone wire. I've literally just realized this the last couple of days, and I'm like, I need to get a new one of these. Because it keeps on cutting out a little bit like that, and I think that's the worst it's actually been so far, so... Yikes. Anyways... Hopefully that doesn't become too much of an issue for the moment until I get a new one. The most important thing that I was going to say, though, is, yesterday they played a best of 7, and MaxPax kind of obliterated Solar. Like, Solar kind of won a game, but in the other games, MaxPax was just completely dominant. So kind of hoping that Solar can figure out a little bit of something to change up, switch up, and to bring a bit more fight into the series today, because... yesterday really was not it for him. Yesterday was not Solar's best games. I think he knows that. We obviously can see that. So yeah, we'll see if he can fight through a little bit more strongly here this time around. Because yeah, it's going to be rough if you start losing games here for Solar right off the bat and they look similar to yesterday. You're going to feel very lost and unable to really do anything very quickly, which obviously would not be ideal. So definitely things to think on there as the Adept shading around. Couple of Adepts will continue to shade. The Queen going to come back around as well. Just going to be seeing the Oracle and the Warp Gate coming through. The Link Speed finishing shortly. Continue to bring this up and online. Feeling is going to poke around and keep MaxPax somewhat pinned back for a couple of moments. Have that Nexus coming about, so we get that set up for the moment. We get underway. Just gonna be having ourselves the Twilight Council and the gate coming up. The Nexus coming through as well. So again, we continue to bring that into play for now. I'm just gonna be seeing the Oracles continuing through. So a few more drones going down. That's going to shade. 3 drones going down already, so some damage being done. We just moving to Blink as MaxPax. It's that Blink potential that's been so good for him lately, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Evo Chamber going to come down the front. The last still come the way up here from Solo. He gets a couple of Evo Chambers going as well. Seems to be a lot of his plan initially. There's going to be a few drones going down. I mean, you really want to try and stop a lot of those drones from dropping, basically. That's going to be the TLDR of a lot of this. Uncle activate, and a few more drones continue to go down. We just have ourselves the Blink and the +1 continue to come about. Seven drones in total. It's pretty rough. I mean, that's a lot of damage basically taken here already as the Stalker's going to start coming onto the map. Blink's counter-attacking though. Maybe Solo has some opportunity with that. Stalker's going to ping, a couple of Lings going down for the moment. So again, a few shots coming about right now. And we just have ourselves the Lings just sitting tight at the front here. And the Hydra start to press these Stalkers back, so that's nice. Stalker's still trying to pressure up. Obviously, with the Lings and Hydras, I feel like MaxPax is not super safe right now with this army. I feel like this army is got to tread carefully for the moment. Again, the Storm coming about, the Charges coming through, Nexus and the Observer coming online as well. Just bring a lot of that into play for now as the Stalkers and High Templars gather up. The few Lings come about as well. The Lings going to get a wrap around onto the Nexus. To cancel, so I mean Solo is getting some success and he's using this as a way to buy time for him to get up into Hive and Lurkers, so he clearly believes that there's going to be some opportunity for himself as this game progresses. Just heading into that further tech for the moment, just getting that straight into play. High Templars in the middle, Stalkers gathering up. We have got ourselves a few of the Lings just from Solo heading down to the south, so they're going to go straight across the map. Stasis Ward is going to catch a few of those Lings as well, cannon or two. Just getting some shots off again, just threatening the run by, seeing what we can find. A probe here, a probe there. Even just making MaxPax kind of look back at home for a moment or two might be useful as you try and buy yourself time to set up defensively. Well, a few Zealots actually taking a lot of units for Wonder over to the right side. The Lurkers, the first ones, are here and available. No upgrades on them just yet, so they're limited in their, ability to be successful, but still not a terrible scenario, as we just see the couple of Lurkers there going to get stasis, stormed, and we just hang back for the moment. A few more Zealots now gathering in the upper right. Oh, Stalkers moving up at the front, not exactly ideal either. Again, just got to be careful attacking into those Lurkers for now. Got to be super cautious about that. Fleet Beacon coming online. Results in production. Immortal and +2 attack upgrade coming about as well. All of that continue to come through. Hydra's going to take a step away. Storm coming down one more time again. Still got Fleet Beacon coming up for now. Army's still setting up. A couple crew teamers getting moved about. That shot's going to come about already. Just going to be seeing the High Templars moving around. +3 attack, +1 air weapons coming through. Just settle for a couple of moments here. Just going to be seeing the drones going down. Big push from MaxPax. Solar just doesn't have the supply to really stay in this, unfortunately. This is not looking pretty at all. As we just have ourselves the storm continuing through. The Link Hydra taking some damage. And that Archon is going to get picked off as well as the Link Hydra coming back through. Going to go grab that straight away. Another storm coming down. I mean, can Solar find some magic? He needs to conjure up some supply, I think, unfortunately, is what this more or less comes down to right now. Is the High Templars trying to drop some more storms. One of those High Templar going down already. Another Hydra's just going to back away. Another nice storm onto the Hydras once again. So Army's still gathering up. We got the Hydras killed. Tempests, Zealots. Another ship coming through. +1 air weapons, +3 attack. With a storm coming down. A couple of lurkers getting grabbed once more. Solar just says GG. Can't really stick around with that one, so that's going to be game. And MaxPax is going to open up with a 1-0 lead here in this best of 5. Continuing to show success against Solar. So we're going to have ourselves in the top right corner of the map. The blue Protoss player. This is up 1-0 MaxPax. His opponent in the bottom right is going, bottom left is going to be Solar. Did Falcons get any other big SE2 player? I think Bunny and Rogue are still on Falcons, no? Solar was actually their most recent pickup. They picked him up after EWC last year. Yeah, Bunny, Rogue, and Solar. Solar joined in November of last year. They picked him up as soon as he left Vitality. As soon as his contract ran out, they swept in there and grabbed him. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, let's have that probe wandering around a little bit here. Hatch, gas, and pool all coming online. I'm going to chase. Probe's going to take some shots. Next coming about, the adept coming through, Queenslings and drones continue to come up as well. Still going to be Stargate on the way from MaxPax, no real surprises super early, just watch that probe nibble around for a little bit. It's going to start heading home. Obviously Solar got his natural on location this time, which is a nice little bonus for him. So that's nice, as we otherwise continue forward, as the Nexus will finish up here in a few moments time. Queens and a couple of drones just coming through, the link speed already getting started. Depth continues to shade down through the center to the bottom left corner for the moment. And that adept will continue to threaten across here as we're going to start working our way in toward the mineral line, so get straight in. Link speed coming through as well, so again, just a little bit of setting up for the moment. We get that all underway. The Lings, drones, the Queen, the link speed coming online as we speak. Early game PvZ looking like early game PvZ. Peaceful, slow, waiting for the setup, waiting for the tech to come online. Not much else to be done until all of that other stuff really kind of gets figured out here early. They should release StarCraft 3. I agree. They should just release StarCraft 3. But I think StarCraft 3 should just be StarCraft 2 with a few slight improvements, you know? Do you guys actually think the StarCraft 3 could ever be actually as good as StarCraft 2 and 1 have been? I think the beauty of StarCraft 2 is that it was different enough from Brood War and still became an amazing game, right? That's not easy to replicate, that's not easy to pull off. I honestly feel like StarCraft 3 would just not... is it possible to make a game like that again? I think I'd rather see a StarCraft 2 expansion with new units and stuff, and multiplayer and so on. Oh, that's maybe not as exciting, but... Both queens will fly away at the Oracle that gets pushed away to the side. It's going to be Resonant Glaives from MaxPax, so from a fairly peaceful opening, he's going to start hitting soon. Glaive seems super popular on Sandworm, I think just because of that forward gold base. So a lot of people are finding that a very exciting way and place to try and take advantage of. Sorry guys, I'm trying to see if I can fix my microphone wire a little bit because it's bugging me that it's bugging out. But yeah, you'll see this on this map a lot. I can only assume because that forward gold kind of sets the Zerg into bad positions a lot of the time. As the Oracle here helps a lot against the Lings that are currently surrounding. Solo's wall to protect from the Adepts is going to cost him the chance to bring his own Roaches into the fight as well, so that's just a little bit awkward too. Not exactly ideal right now. Not the greatest situations to say the least currently, as you see the Adepts continue to work their way through. A few more... Oh god, no, my entire audio just got... Are you guys hearing me cut in and out, or is it just like... I don't know if it's like my mic is cutting in and out, or I don't know if it's like just my voice. You guys can hear me, it's just my headphones. Okay, well that's good to know at least. It's still going to be startling when it happens. But at least you guys don't hear me cutting in and out. It's just my my audio. That actually makes it an easier fix than I thought as well. That's much easier for me to sort out. That's good. Alright. Cool. That means I just need to wiggle the wire in a certain way. As we do have a couple of drones going to fall. The Roach is going to keep coming over. The Adepts are going to be chased for a little bit longer as well. Well, this is a defense by Solo, because he didn't really lose many drones. Resources lost is pretty even as well, because he cleaned out those Adepts eventually. Obviously, MaxPax already making his way to a 4th base, and has been putting in overtime building workers through this, but I actually feel like this was really not too bad of a start at all from our Zerg, and now he's going to have access to the gold base to continue this game with as well on the 4th, so let's see if he can continue to defend that over the next few moments. Mike's good to you. Yeah, thank you guys then. Awesome. Yeah, it's just, it must just be like the connection, which is giving me like my own audio. It's just like cutting in and out a little bit when I move certain ways. As long as it's not the microphone, then that's good, you know. We'll just get a new wire next week, I guess. I just need to order one. Alright, the Roach Ravager continues through. And there's a couple of Roaches going to continue across. The Roach Ravager over here coming through as well. This Roach is going to be continue to come about. The drone's going down. It's going to be having ourselves the charge upgrade coming through as well. So Roach Ravager going to continue to poke on forward. The few Stalkers going to have to step away for a moment or two. We've seen those Roaches and Ravagers still very much still coming about here currently. Continue to press on in. Just going to be seeing the Roaches and Ravagers still getting chased. Being gathered together right now. Again, the +2 attack upgrade coming up as we speak. So bringing that online as well. Now, can we actually kind of push through here as Solo? Obviously committing a lot to this Roach Ravager link timing. Wants to get work done now rather than letting this game go on any longer. Understandable. The longer these games go, the better MaxPax typically seems to look. Solo wants to capitalize on his advantage right now. Closing the gap. Immortal and the Stalker start to kite back out of there. Starting to get away for just a little. Escaping for now. And 5 workers can get picked away at. The Roach Ravager pulls through. The Stalker's coming over. I mean, Solo did well. He got rid of the 4th base. Now he's just going to regroup. He's going to go again. Same kind of army is always a little risky. We'll see how well it plays out for him as we get this going. The Roach Ravager still gathering together. Bowling is in the center. Coming through too. Straight about with that. Stalkers blinking up. 1 Ravager going down. I mean, this is just a surround on those Stalkers. MaxPax will say a GG, and we are going to get a fight here in this best of 5. Now Solar bounces back strongly in the bottom left-hand side. The Blue Protoss, who loses game number 2 to end this tied up 1-1 right now. This is MaxPax. Taking on the red Zerg in the upper right, we have ourselves Solar. Well, game 3 coming in here on Killer's Mile. Some of the newer maps being utilized. Magic and Pool on the way up. Get that ready to go. For the moment. Probe on the move about. Stepping around right here. And yeah, let's take a couple moments once again. Early game of this PvZ. Getting set up for the moment. Hey, what's up, Fileman? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. You're doing well. Thank you for using the Prime on the channel. Thank you so much. And quote, when it's map hack. Thank you also for the Prime sub. Appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel today. We appreciate it. There's inlings be coming up, a few drones coming in as well. Continue to get that going for the moment here. And the Oracle coming about, we got set up for the moment. Just having ourselves the Warp Gate coming through as well, so bringing all of that around just for now. A couple of queens coming about, the Nexus and the Twilight Council coming through. We got ourselves settled here, the Spore Crawler setting up as well. The few queens are going to be there to ping around also. Still moving, a couple of drones coming around. Oracle just going to go patrolling a little bit here. We got a melee upgrade coming through. And the feelings are going to come starting to pressure forward as well. So just going to get that set up for a few moments. Continue to put some pressure on at the moment. Five minutes in, and obviously that melee upgrade is going to be designed to try and help you a lot against the Stalker play. If you can get the Lings to get on top of Stalkers, you can typically do very well. So expecting that to be kind of the plan from Solar. He's getting a Dropper Lord as well, so some opportunity to actually just be quite aggressive from him too. Should be very interesting. Dropper Lord sets up. The Lings are getting ready to jump into that Dropper Lord as well. And the Stalkers gather up for the moment. Continue to get settled here for the now. It's going to be seeing the few Stalkers stepping away. The Lings are going to be there too, trying to get set up. Lings is going to be hitting that pylon. Again, the melee upgrade and the Bruce Spine's coming about. 11 more Hydras coming up. Stalkers is going to chase the Ling Queen away. Hatchery taking some damage, and the Lings continuing about. Yeah, Stalker's still trying to fight. A couple of probes haven't gone down already, but I mean, Solar now, can you continue to push these Stalkers back on the front line? If you can, then you can go from there. It's going to be about a couple of cannon shots coming through. Well, Solar's will shoot a couple of Lings going down. Hydra's going to get chased back over. The army from Solar still hanging on nicely, but obviously MaxPax is making the tech up the Storm to go into the next stage of this. Stalker still regathering, the High Templars and the Zealots joining up together too. I mean, again, MaxPax's army definitely making some development. Now just getting back to the center, the Lings coming through, a few more Banes coming up as well. A couple of Lings getting caught in the stasis, Storm still coming down, a couple of Banes crashing forward, the rest of the Hydras coming up as well, all of the Banes continuing through. I'm just going to keep pressing forward. The couple of Stalkers still taking damage. Well, Bane and a few Hydras taking some shots. Obviously, counterattack from MaxPax looking nice. Still is just running out of units on this side. He breaks down the fourth base, but that's about all he will do for the moment. Is the Hydra lane coming back around. The Nexus coming over. As the Stalker Archon gets back to the center. The Storm coming down, a couple of Hydras getting hit. We used to have +3 attack coming through. Probes the Nexus coming about. Ling Hydra still coming over. It's going to be GG's from Solar. MaxPax does not give way to that Zerg army. And Solar is not going. Bottom left-hand side is going to be our blue Protoss player, currently leading 2-1. It is MaxPax. His opposition in the top right corner will be Solar. Game 4 of this best of 5. Probe steps into that natural. The gate and the probe continue to come around here. Once the gas cells settled for a few moments, get built up. Game number 4 of this series. Hatchery on the way. Let's see where we can go. Catching the pool coming up, the drone coming about. The Cybercore coming through for the moment here, so again we get that on the go. Have that started for a couple of moments. Wondering a little bit what the game plan becomes for Solar, right? Feels as though sometimes with some of the aggression he can kind of hit when the Stalker count is still just getting up there and his units are starting to kind of get into good numbers, and that can maybe be his way to success in these scenarios, but it doesn't work all of the time. I mean, that's the problem. If MaxPax is just very good defensively and that's your best way of trying to win, then It's kind of a difficult in-between already, as the Stargate, the choice for MaxPax. No surprise there with the value that the Oracles give you and the map control that they provide, and the safety that they can provide as well. All of that makes a lot of sense as the little Adept shading about once more. I'm just going to fire the feelings coming about too. I'm just going to be seeing the Adepts continue to put some work in right now. Let's see the Oracle and the Warp Gate coming up as well. Link speed is about to finish. Again, the Queen and the Overlord come through. The Hatchery coming about. Spore Crawler on the way. Going to shoot at those Lings. And again, the Oracle and the Warp Gate coming up as well. Again, Lings and the Queens coming about here as we just have ourselves the question mark of how aggressive is Solar going to be? Because right now, all of those, Lings being on the way suggests maybe getting out on the map, obviously maybe defend some Adepts and then just go. The more of these Lings we make, the more I believe that Solar is fully sending some kind of commitment here in the next few moments. He's going to start droning now. So what he can do with these Lings as he goes across the other side. Oracle up to the top side, out of position, so that's one Oracle at least that's not going to be there to help defend just yet. Still activating those Lings. Do get a good wrap around. Queens are starting to arrive as well, so can we truly push down this third base? The Oracle's going to back away. No overcharge. There we go. Gets it now. As the Queens will try and do their thing. The Queens are a little bit split up though, so their damage is going to be not quite all together, so we lose one Queen very quickly. And start pressuring forward again. The Oracles, if they want to fight, will need to fight from out of the way. Do get rid. I mean, at the end of the day, Soul's going to get rid of this third base. I think this is a success story for him in that regard. The question from here is, was it worth it? Because he could drones for this. His tech is not as good as it could have been. How quickly does MaxPax recover? How quickly does MaxPax get back onto a third base? Because obviously right now he's penned into the natural, so this is going to be an ongoing thing for the next few moments, figuring out how you can get your expansion down and how you can go from there. As the Blink and the Forge will continue up, so we bring that straight through. The Lings are going to go running over. They're going to get a wrap around these Stalkers also. Oracle's activating to try and fight those Lings away. And take quite a lot of damage for now. And again, Blink finishing up shortly. The Nexus coming through on that third base. We get that set up as well for the moment. Get there. The couple of creep teamers will be dropping once more. So just having the Blink about to finish. The attack upgrade coming through. Just trying to push up again. The +1 the charge coming online. Just have ourselves a couple of creep teamers being picked away out. Roach speed, Roaches, and Lings coming about as well. +1 charge come through, the Roach speed coming online, still Roaches and a Ravager added on also. I'm just going to see those Lings trying to come through for a couple of probes. All those Queens getting shot at. Once again, the few Lings getting caught in the stasis, the Queens get backed away, Roaches coming through. Queen coming up, Roach speed on the way out, still got the +1 charge coming online as well. Grab one Queen, grab that Roach, chase the Ravagers. Stalkers Blink back once again. Still got that Corrosive Vitality just helping to fade those Stalkers away. Again, this is the kind of stage now where Solar about to have Roach at least should have a bit of a better time against those Stalkers, and this is just holding on. And the big question right now is, what are we holding on for as Solar? Like, he doesn't have anything on the way that makes this situation so much better versus just... Like, the only thing I see for him is that he's getting into more and more Roach Ravager, which, okay, maybe that's fine if you're just going to attack, but is that the plan? We're just going to send it on Roach Ravager long before any kind of real tech comes online outside of Charge and Blink? It might just be, obviously, that could build off on the fact that you've obviously delayed the third base from MaxPax much earlier in this game, and he's obviously not quite the position he might have been looking for. And as the Roach Ravager chases here, you can see some of the success coming through. Some Queens even starting to step forward as well to zone those Oracles away from the rest of the army. Let's do attack coming up. We got ourselves the Roach Ravager going to get there for a couple Stalkers as well. Stasis sitting in the front. We have ourselves the Overlord Speed very much so on the way through still. Storm and +2 attack coming about as well currently. Those Stalkers already hitting the Queens. The Roach Ravager Ling gonna get back around as well. A couple of those Stalkers already taking hits. The Ravager's gonna go diving down the left side. One Ling sets off a Stasis Ward. The rest of these Lings continue to chase on through. Roach Ravager still trying to chase forward as well. Trying to jump in on top of this. Corrosive Bars knock down the cannon. Storm is almost halfway done. The thing is with Storm is, you've got one High Templar building up energy right now. Do you really find a way to warp in more High Templar during this attack as MaxPax, or do you just need to warp in purely Stalkers to deal with the wave of this? So, I don't know how much of a time a Storm really is. Obviously, the +2 helps. Great denial of the Stasis Wards by Solar. That's the kind of thing that's going to send him a long way in this game. The Archon on the bottom side is going to be separated, so that just goes down without really doing much of anything. I like this a lot for Solar, but we're never done until the first GGs, because there's always going to be that chance that these Blink Stalkers find an incredible way to trade. But MaxPax evacuating the mineral line suggests that he does not believe his third base is staying alive. And the problem is he's evacuating to a fourth base that's kind of out of position compared to the rest of his bases. Storm coming straight down. We are going to have ourselves... I mean, do we actually get rid of this base even? Solar's army supply is starting to slip a little bit. +2 attack upgrade going to be kicking in soon as well. Going to make this even better for MaxPax with these continued trades happening. The Nexus taking a few more shots. The Stalker's still trying to come through. The Ravagers will split. Nexus very close to going down currently. As at this point, I think Solo feels like you can just trade, turn around and kill that off at any point. He did eat a couple of big storms there, trying to dive onto the army, trying to get those Stalkers. Stasis Wards on the low ground make it difficult for you to justify chasing down. Killing the third was nice. MaxPax did preserve a lot of the workers though, and so with those probes alive, they might now mine off the fourth base instead. Stalker's still just blinking back nicely. Can they keep on blinking back? As we walk off to the side, we take a lot of free shots, and some of those Stalkers actually going down. It's a big win for Solo, who needs to keep the damage going in his favor if he wants to see success in this game. Another few Corrosive Vials coming down again. The Zealot Stalker goes back and forth. 11 Roaches continue to produce. Pylon and the battery going down as well. The rest of the Roach Ravager still stepping over here right now. A nice stasis. Just going to see the Roach Ravager getting caught. The Stalker still trying to step through. We move up that right-hand side instead. Once again right there, just trying to come across. Stalker's continuing to drop away at the moment as the Roach Ravager keeps on flying. Another storm comes down. Ravager's getting hit. Ravager Roach on the left side as well. Can we get a wrap around on this army as that Stasis Ward fades? Can we capitalize? Not really. Solar can't turn that into something. Instead, he's the one that's just getting punished, losing those few Ravagers. It's still a 30 army supply lead, but it's unupgraded. Roach Ravager taking on a +2 Stalker force. And then MaxPax for falling back to that fourth base. I'm surprised that Solar hasn't tried to commit more towards the natural, but it does involve going down then up a ramp. So it's somewhat understandable. It's obviously quite far away from his creep. Trying to use the creep there to kind of speed himself towards those Stalkers as they blink away. He actually gets quite a few of the trades. That's definitely a less efficient trade from MaxPax compared to some of the ones that we've been seeing. As we start a Corrosive Vial for the cannon, still about a 30 army supply lead difference right now. The Roaches pour across the map, and we just continue to try and play the defense here as MaxPax to keep on holding on. Solar just spamming units. Just how long can you keep this up for? I really feel like we're getting to the point where it's just not going to be good enough. The Stalkers, every time they trade, just seem to be finding more and more value, better and better situations. I think we're getting to a point where this is very much so going to be done sooner rather than later, and I think it's going to be in MaxPax's favor. Another storm on the ramp. MaxPax. It's a corrosive bile. I mean, corrosive biles are one big kind of sway factor, right? A bunch of biles connecting can absolutely sway a fight very quickly and very easily, so keep that in mind too. That's going to be one of the things that definitely keeps things up in the air a little bit right now as the Stalkers continue to push back in. The Roach Ravager taking damage again. +3 attack coming in on the Forge. High Templar is producing. Stalkers in production. And continue to spread around right now. Queen's still taking damage. The Roach Ravager trying to step through once again. Couple corrosive files already. Those Stalkers have to step away. So they just have to move right back out of there. And try and again stay clear of any further trouble for now. Bounty supply is just getting closer and closer and closer. Solar is going to make a much more committed effort in toward the Stalkers, and Archon down here as well, though. And I don't think this attack forward is going to really see the success that Solar needs it to. Storm going to zone him backwards. He's going to try and zone himself with the Biles, which get a single Stalker, but again, the numbers just do not come through for Solar. MaxPax becoming such a master of these defensive plays. Pulling back, using the stasis wards to develop space and to buy yourself time. Slowly getting towards some of the tech units. Let the Stalkers keep trading over in an elongated period. Really let their value sink in deep into these kind of games. That's exactly the sort of plays that MaxPax has been making and making very well to pull off this kind of a defense. And at this point, Solar, I don't think he can do much else. He was fully all in on this army composition. It was Roach Ravager, no drones, no upgrades, no future plan. This had to be a win right here and now, and it's not going to be the case. MaxPax is going to advance through to play hero in the winner bracket semi-finals. Two more corrosive vials going to clash through a couple of those Stalkers. Oracle's still lingering overhead, they're low HP. It's not really going to matter. It gives you maybe a bit of reprise as Solo because you don't have your Ravagers just being targeted throughout this, but the reality is, as now we have multiple Storms available, it's not even close. And the fact that MaxPax has a base over here is kind of ridiculous in itself. Like, this is a 5th base location that he's taken as a 4th. In retaliation to having lost that 3rd base initially. And he's just playing in 2 different areas. I really wonder if Solar could have maybe just sent a bit more toward this natural. And maybe, I mean, obviously there's a warp in to block it. The ramp makes it difficult. I wonder if that just could have maybe pulled MaxPax around that little bit extra compared to what we needed to see.